With the Enterprise Edition of Flows for Apex 24.1, you also get AI integrated. With the AI functionality, you can improve and understand your BPMN models. Let me show you this. In this case, I have set up a small process and installed the Enterprise Edition. After installing, you can see this button here, Ask Flow, which is our AI chat assistant. I've set up an account with OpenAI and put the credentials securely into the workspace of Apex. And with that, I can start off asking several kinds of questions. So there are three main areas where I can see a big advantage of leverage a large language model like OpenAI. And first, the translation part. So to explain a BPMN model, it can be also in a different language. So you're able to leverage the AI functionality to translate it back to English. In this case, I have a task that's in German called Tür öffnen, and you might not understand what it means. You might not understand what the model as such means from a business perspective. So in this case, it's very simple, but it can be very complex, of course. So by clicking on Explain, you get a nice explanation of the whole model, and it will also translate the tasks that need a translation. And here we are. So here we can see the various parts in there. Let me make it a little bit bigger. And here you can read how the BPMN is made up. So what actually happens under the hood is the BPMN model is being sent to the large language model, and together with a context and your question, and then it gets the answer back and sends it to you. Of course, be aware of the fact that a large language might hallucinate. So always check the answers that you get back from a large language model like OpenAI. Next, the point what I also would do and use an AI model for in BPMN context is to actually check for errors. So if you open up the flow again, and you can click on this button here, check for errors, and it will analyze the BPMN model if there are any errors in there. And here it is. So in this case, it found out that for the timer, there was not actually an element there. So no timer actually is specified. So let me check that. Let's go over to this, and the timer definition is indeed set to nil. So a timer without a definition doesn't make sense. So in that case, it was a great help. The third issue I would like to address here with AI, which can be very helpful with, is exactly when you do messaging back and forth. So messaging is also part of the Enterprise Edition. And you can reference another video I made before where I was talking about message flows. But you can also use Ask Flow here in this case and click on Messaging, and it then will outline all the messages in the model that are being made between the lanes. And there we are. So in this case, we have a purchase order going from the customer to the supplier, and it's outlining this. And it also gives you insights in the payload that is being sent from one lane to the other. And here you have all the list of all messages being sent back and forth. So large language models are definitely advanced, give you several kinds of advantages. And we had the best experience so far with using OpenAI, especially GPT 4.0. But yeah, be happy to hear about what your experiences are with integrating the large language model in Flows for Apex.